It's one of the biggest nights of the year for the stars of Impact Wrestling. It's 9 years of passion. It's 9 years of intensity. 9 years of blood, sweat, and tears. It's 9 years of total non-stop action.
Slammiversary is a special night because it's basically a celebration of the hard work that everybody in the company has put forth from day one.
Each and every year, Slammiversary is a trademark of what this company stands for.
Every June, I get a little nostalgic for how far we've come and really how far we're going to go from here.
It's the most personal feud in Impact Wrestling history. And now, the final chapter will be told.
I got his number and will continue to have his number because I'm got it up here more.
Without Karen, Jeff has nothing. You can't compare Jeff to Kurt Angle. And he's going to find that out at Slammiversary.
Mr. Anderson, he's waited months for a one-on-one shot at the World Heavyweight title. And now he's got one. We'll show you how the contender is preparing for the main event at Slammiversary on June 12th against the icon Sting.
I have been a big fan of Sting's my entire life, so I've seen what he does, and I've seen what he doesn't do, and I will exploit it.
Tonight, we celebrate the past, the present, and the future.
People, you know, they've grown with us over the 9 years, and it's very, very rewarding to know that the path that we started 9 years ago it continues to grow, continues to get stronger, and continues to grow in such a way that literally we're a global entity.
It's a celebration of wrestling. Before the bell, Slammiversary starts now.
Well, Slammiversary is such a special night because it's a celebration of what we've accomplished. I mean, every year we think back, and at Slammiversary, it's our opportunity to look back, see everything that this organization has been able to do through the years. And what I especially like at Slammiversary is when we're able to go back and look at some of the highlights of the past matches of the previous years. And that's the point when you realize what Slammiversary means, both to the individuals and to the organization.
The original guys that were here remember how important that night was. The very first Slammiversary, it really felt like a big deal, like we really made it. And each and every year, Slammiversary is a trademark of what this company stands for.
It's the flagship of this company, I believe. It's like the Celebrate TNA every year. It's one time a year where we look back on what we've accomplished, where we've come from, and more importantly, where we're going.
June 19, 2002 was the first show that TNA had. And I can remember all the emotion that went into it at the very end of the night. It was probably right around midnight. It's just, I had like an emotional release. You know, I was exhausted. But the first show was under our belt. And every year, every June when that time of year rolls around and we're celebrating the anniversary, I always remember that night.
I can remember at the end of that night, seeing what we had, both in terms of in-ring ability, in terms of front office talent, in terms of creative people working for the organization. I knew after that very first night, some 9 years ago, that all the pieces were there. The pieces to the puzzle were all in place, and it was when the Carters came in and lent that financial stability and credibility that we were able to bring it forward. So I guess probably night number one in the history of the organization, and I always think of that first night every year at Slammiversary.
TNA wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for the fan base and the hardcore supporting fans that we've had for the last 9 years that have stuck with us through being in the asylum and going to Fox Sports Net and that short period of time where we didn't have television, and then finally when Impact came around and you know, moving from different nights to different times, you know, different talent coming and going. The one constant that we always had was that fan base that was hungry to see something different, something new, something innovative. And you know, every year that we get to stick around, that fan base grows and becomes more hardcore, more hungry for great professional wrestling.
I think what made this company so successful was, you know, the talent, the guys and girls that, you know, put the effort out each and every night, whether it was, an Impact Wrestling taping, whether it was a live pay-per-view, a live event, whatever it was, the talent and the gift of being able to perform every night and the hard work that we put in every night really makes this company different from everything else.
The one thing I personally have really enjoyed about being part of TNA Wrestling is bringing the experience to the fans. I'm a fan just like anyone else watching, and we all are. And for me, memories as a fan, going to see the matches, getting to meet the wrestlers, and TNA takes that interactive experience to a whole new level. Through TNA live events, I probably helped bring 10,000 fans backstage over the course of our company. And that's just getting a personal touch to what we do, and the fans' enthusiasm is what we feed off of. And being so fan-friendly and being that is the directive of the company, is to be very fan-friendly, is the most enjoyable experience I've been able to get from TNA.
Well, everybody knows, everybody that works here and anybody that wrestles for a living knows without the fans there is no us. We don't exist. I don't make a living doing this without them. They're the ones that are paying my bills, paying for sets like this, and in turn, we try to pay them back with the best wrestling product on the planet.
My favorite moment in TNA Wrestling above all is the night that we announced Kurt Angle was coming to TNA, because I personally didn't want to know what the big announcement was. Probably could have found out, probably could have stuck my nose in a back door and found out somewhere what was going on, but I wanted to find out just like the fans. And when that image of the screen came up where Kurt Angle came on and said, "I'm part of TNA Wrestling, it's real, it's damn real," it still gives me goosebumps.
The night, Unbreakable 2005, that I was the X Division champion and I defended the title in the main event of a TNA pay-per-view. It was the first time that the X Division title went on after the world title match. It's the only time that the X Division title by itself had ever been defended in the main event.
Wrestling guys like Kurt Angle, guys like Christian Cage, AJ Styles. I mean, there's being in the first ever Ultimate X match, the first ever one.
The thing I'm most proud of is just being here from 2004, being part of it, being at different times a big part of it, a small part of it, a bit player, an important player. I've done a lot of different things here, and in other companies, I don't think I would have had that opportunity. So just to be part of it for that length of time and be here from the early days to where we are now, that's special.
Slammiversary is the yearly reminder that we continue to grow as a company and that we continue to make strides and advance, and a little older, a little wiser, and just like anyone's birthday, you get to realize after a year's time of how much progress has been made.
Every one of them is very, very momentous. The King of the Mountain match took place, several of them took place at Slammiversaries. And when I go out to the TNA shows literally all over the world, a lot of those memories continue to be brought up because people, they've grown with us over the 9 years. And it's very, very rewarding to know that the path that we started 9 years ago continues to grow, continues to get stronger, and continues to grow in such a way that literally we're a global entity.
For me personally, having been here since the very first TNA show, every June I get a little nostalgic for how far we've come and really how far we're going to go from here.
Nearly a decade ago, it started as a dream, and that dream has become a reality. Now, new legacies, power struggles, championships, and the future of TNA is at stake. On June 12th, the next chapter is going to be revealed. Will you be there when it happens? TNA presents Slammiversary, live Sunday, June 12th, only on pay-per-view.
Wrestling matches take place inside wrestling rings because wrestling matters. So, when you step inside this wrestling ring where wrestling matters with a young lady named China, you're likely to get your butt kicked all over the Impact Wrestling Zone.
China did what she said she was going to do. She did me a favor, and I'm gratefully indebted to her for the rest of my life. I wanted me versus Jeff one-on-one, nobody else, no distractions. I'm gonna get it now. Karen's gone. She's dead.
Are you freaking kidding me? How sick is this? You guys want to get comments from a mother of 5 after she went through. You're as sick as those idiots in there.
It's the most personal feud in Impact Wrestling, and it's Slammiversary. The war will finally be settled one-on-one, once and for all.
The word that just keeps coming to my mind is sick. Society's sick, Kurt's sick. The wrestling fans that were seated in these seats are sick. For them to cheer and applaud when a wonderful wife, a mother of 5, is injured, that's sick. I mean, you know, that's the thing that just keeps coming back to my mind. That the people were literally. It's as loud as this building's been in a long, long time.
Having China come in, for one, was an honor to be able to tag with her. She's had so much success in professional wrestling, and bringing her on, you know, into Impact Wrestling and doing what she did, for me as a favor, was something that I'm indebted to her. It didn't completely take Karen out of the picture, but it sent Karen a message that I do know powerful people that can do powerful things, and Karen will always have to look over her shoulder.
Jeff Jarrett, after 6 long, grueling months, I finally get what I want. And that's you and me, one-on-one, no distractions, no Karen Jarrett, just you and me at Slammiversary, right here in this ring.
I look back and see what's happened over the past 4 to 6 months, and, you know, every match Jeff has won hasn't been a clean-cut match. It's always been a distraction. Karen getting involved in some form or fashion. I think Jeff knows in his heart and soul who's better, or he wouldn't be using Karen. Karen's just a prop. Karen's a distraction. Karen's a pain in my ass, and you know, without Karen, Jeff has nothing. You can't compare Jeff to Kurt Angle, and he's gonna find that out at Slammiversary.
Kurt, you can come out here and cry foul all you want. But the fact of the matter is, every time I faced you in this ring, I defeated you. And you can try to put all the heat you want on Karen, but you and I both know that's total bull.
You know, for people to say that any of those victories have been tainted, that is laughable to me, because we're talking about a wonderful wife and a mother of 5 kids, and he's an Olympic gold medalist, and I'm supposed to believe those victories are tainted when you have basically a mother and a housewife at ringside. That really, Kurt, you're going to make an excuse? The Olympic gold medalist is going to say that his ex-wife cost him this matches? I thought the guy had dignity. I thought he had pride. I thought he had some kind of cojones. I thought he was a real man, and he's going to say that or anybody's going to say my victories are tainted. That's unbelievable to me. The fact of the matter is, in pay-per-view bouts, Kurt can't beat me.
Put it this way, this is the first match I've never been nervous for. This match will be gratifying because Karen will not be there. It's just me and Jeff. And when you put anybody in the ring with Kurt Angle, your best bet is that Kurt Angle's gonna win. You know, this isn't about hurting Jeff and putting him out permanently. This is about competition. This is about wrestling, Impact Wrestling. And when it comes down to it, what matters is whose hand gets raised. You know, it doesn't matter who gets hurt more, who wakes up the next morning is more sore, who took more of a beating. It's about winning.
Kurt, it was you and only you that allowed yourself to be distracted. It was your ADD. It was your total mental incompetence. No, Kurt. As for me, I kept my eye on the ball. I stayed focused. I never allowed any distractions. No. Because I was better than you, Kurt. Kurt, I am better than you.
You don't have to be the biggest. You don't have to be the strongest, the fastest. All you got to do is be the smartest. And, you know, Kurt's win-loss record throughout his career is just short of unbelievable. But I've been around this game a while, and I know better than anybody what it takes to not just stay in the game, but to succeed at it. And you got to outthink them. And the way you outthink them is you never take your eye off the ball. There's a bunch of different sides to training. You can train from a physical standpoint, but you also have to train yourself from a mental standpoint. And I've done that. I've done that for over 25 years.
Kurt, I have taken everything, and I mean everything that means anything from you except one thing. And that one thing is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At your house, in your office, in your trophy case. And that is your Olympic gold medal.
You know, I would have never put my gold medal on the line if I thought I had any chance of losing. That is something that means more to me than just about anything besides God above. You know, my Olympic gold medal is who I am. It made me who I am. It defines who I am. And putting it up for grabs, many people would worry, but I'm not concerned because I know I'm gonna win.
I've said it many, many times. I've gone on record that the guy, I don't think really has a peer in this business. He can get it done inside the ring. He's got all the tools. He's got the charisma, the persona, the amateur background. But the way I've done it is between the ears. I've outsmarted him. I've got him off his game, but I've taken Kurt Angle, and nobody's been able to do this in his entire career. I've got his number, and will continue to have his number because I've got it up here more.
I expect to give him a good beating, to teach him a lesson, to make him humble, most importantly, before I beat him. But this isn't about, like I said, injuring Jeff for good. This is about beating him man-to-man, straight up, and having my hand raised and being able to look him in the eye and say, this whole time, I was the better man. This match was straight up. Nobody was involved but you and me, and I beat you straight up. Once that happens, I'll be a very happy man.
Slammiversary. Slammiversary 9, Jarrett versus Angle. With Kurt Angle's Olympic gold medal on the line. I've taken everything from that guy, but I won't be satisfied. He wanted to grandstand, get in the ring and call me out and challenge me, make excuses. Hell, he's been making excuses for 6 months now. He said he was going to retire way back when if he didn't win the title. That didn't happen. He said he was going to beat me in January. That didn't happen. And here we are 5 months later, and now we're at Slammiversary. My favorite pay-per-view of the year. It means an awful lot to me. Me being the founder of TNA. Me being the founder of this great organization. And now I've got a chance to really step out with a grand prize. Kurt's grandest prize. It's the thing he cherishes the most. So, looking forward to it. I'm going to walk out of here with the gold medal. And the good thing about it is, he'll know exactly where it's at. Every night he puts his head on a pillow, he'll say the gold medal's at Jeff's house.
Jeff Jarrett, the time has come for you and me to get in that ring. No Karen Jarrett, no distractions, just you and me. I'm excited about the match. I can't wait for Slammiversary. I count the days, and when it comes, I'm coming after you. And when that happens, I'm gonna show you I am the better man, that I am the best in the world, that I am the best ever. I'm gonna teach you a lesson on how to be humble. I'm gonna win that match, Jeff, and I'm gonna make you tap out.
Kurt Angle puts his Olympic gold medal on the line as he battles Jeff Jarrett, who will become the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship. He's been called the icon, the man that helped build TNA Wrestling. But to Mr. Anderson, he's the one man that stands between him and the ultimate prize.
Did it piss me off that he just showed up out of the blue and got an immediate title shot? Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think it pissed everybody off. You know, we're all busting our asses week after week after week, and here's this guy that just comes in and gets a title shot. I mean, we all have to work to earn those title shots. We have to work to earn to become a #1 contender, and suddenly it's just handed to him. But you know what? We can piss and moan about it all we want. It's not going to change anything. The fact is that it happened. He won. He's the champ, and therefore he's got a big target on his back. And I got him in my crosshairs.
You know, when it comes to a high-profile match, nobody's better than Sting, especially in terms of experience, what he can bring into a match where he's defending the world title, where he's challenging for the world title. In a high-stakes situation like that, he's been there, he's done that. Nothing throws him off his game. And when you factor in the heart that Sting brings to the ring each time he goes out there, to me, that's what makes Sting different from everybody else.
He's got an amazing track record in high-profile matches. So do I. I have wrestled and beaten just about every former world champion that I can think of. I've wrestled just about everybody. In fact, it'd probably be easier to count the people that I haven't wrestled and beaten than the ones that I have yet to face. Now, I'm not going to underestimate him. I hope to God, though, that he underestimates me. If things go the way that I plan, at the end of the night on Slammiversary, I'm gonna be about 10 to 15 pounds heavier. At least my suitcase is gonna be 10 to 15 pounds heavier.
Last January at Genesis, Mr. Anderson won the TNA World Heavyweight title for the first time, reaching the pinnacle of his career. A lifetime of sacrifice and dedication had finally paid off, but his championship run was short-lived. His dream became a nightmare on February 13th at Against All Odds. Once Mr. Anderson realized there would be no rematch, he decided to take matters into his own hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the portion of the evening where the asshole comes out and poses the freaking question, where's my rematch?
I run this place.
Everybody hates you.
This whole damn place.
They all hate you, brother.
I run this place.
Everybody hates you.
This whole damn place.
They all hate you, brother.
Once an asshole.
You really are an asshole.
Always an asshole.
Asshole, asshole, asshole.
This is business, and my business is to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
You either keep doing things your way, the hard way, or you do them our way. Which way's it gonna be, Mr. Anderson?
You guys screwed me out of the title in the first place. Where's my rematch? Anderson!
Why don't we have a four-way tonight?
How is it that I have to wrestle for a title shot that I already...
You don't own anything, brother.
Once an asshole.
I'm not that bad of a guy.
Always an asshole.
Asshole, asshole, asshole.
Maybe you need to PG your stuff down just a little bit.
You don't like the word asshole? You don't like the word asshole? Can anybody tell me where's my rematch? I want my rematch!
I'm not that bad of a guy.
I don't know why it is that the network doesn't like me.
I'm not that nice of a guy either.
Get out of here!
This show is about wrestling. Because as of now, wrestling matters once again. And to show you that wrestling matters, and to show all of you what an Impact is all about tonight, we've got a new main event. 25-man battle royal.
Whoa!
No more gamesmanship, no more politics. Just 25 men in this ring tonight to determine who will be the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Wrestling matters, right? Now wrestling matters. I've been saying it all frickin' long. Pro wrestling is real. People are fake. Just like Mick Foley. This is the guy who's been holding me back, who's been denying me my one-on-one rematch. But, hey, he put me in a 25-man battle royal tonight. Oh, bravo. You know what? I'm going to enjoy throwing every last one of those individuals over the top rope. I'm going after Sting or Rob Van Dam.
Gonna try to eliminate Anderson.
Oh, Anderson is resilient. Sure is, man. Tenacious. He just, Anderson is just, he's gone. Anderson's gone. Oh, what a shot. A haymaker by Bully Ray. Oh, Bully Ray's like a pants monster. Look how high his pants are up.
Fred Mertz is looking down from heaven, and he's proud.
Well, you just stopped Tony Canigliaro.
Oh, wait a minute.
Anderson got Bully Ray.
Anderson's got him.
Can he take him out? Can he eliminate Immortal's last chance?
Hanging on, man. Bully Ray hanging on.
Got him!
Yeah.
Anderson does it!
The winner of the 25-man Battle Royal and the new #1 contender, Mr. Anderson!
The chase is over. Anderson did it. He finally did it.
Months in the making. He's been asking for that one-on-one rematch, Kaz, for months, and this time he earns the title shot.
He definitely earned it. Bully Ray, close but no cigar.
I'll keep beating whoever they feed to me. Feed them to me. Keep feeding me. 3-on-1, 4-on-1, 5-on-1, 25-on-1. I won't always win because any man can be beaten on any given day. But I ain't going down without swinging.
Being the World Heavyweight Champion, or anyone who's ever had the privilege of being the World Heavyweight Champion, you make yourself a target, and I know that I'm no different because it wasn't more than 60 seconds after I got my arm raised for the title that Ken Anderson was in my face.
Well, now what, Taz?
What is Anderson up to now?
It's Mr. Anderson's version of Showtime.
Was it a good idea for Anderson to antagonize Sting? I guess that question will be answered at Slammiversary once and for all. But I think in terms of Anderson's game plan, in terms of his strategy, I think Anderson feels like if he can get inside the mind of Sting, it's going to give him maybe some kind of an edge, some kind of a way to break Sting down. I don't know if that's going to be the case. That's the question that we're going to answer, and that's why everybody's going to be watching that match at Slammiversary.
Everyone always talks about how great they are, and they're the baddest, they're the toughest, they're this, they're that. Actions speak louder than words. So I know I'm a man of many words sometimes, but I guess in this situation, I'm just gonna choose to say, you're just gonna have to wait and see. I have been a big fan of Sting's my entire life, my career. So I've seen what he does, and I've seen what he doesn't do, and I will exploit it.
It's the match that Mr. Anderson has waited an entire career for. The icon Sting battles Mr. Anderson for the World Heavyweight Championship at Slammiversary.
The fact that it is so high profile of a match, the fact that it's going to be the main event at Slammiversary, our 9-year anniversary, I think the pressure is on both of those guys, champion and challenger, to deliver. I think they will. I think it'll be a hell of a match. And I think just the fact that the mere spotlight is going to be on them, it's going to make it a very, very special main event at Slammiversary.
Sting, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Nice guys finish last. Thank God I'm an asshole. Thank God.
Join the stars of Impact Wrestling as we celebrate one of our biggest nights of the year. Don't miss Slammiversary. Live, Sunday, June 12th, only on pay-per-view. Nearly a decade ago, it started as a dream, and that dream has become a reality. Now, new legacies, power struggles, championships, and the future of TNA is at stake. On June 12th, The next chapter is going to be revealed. Will you be there when it happens? TNA presents Slammiversary. Live Sunday, June 12th, only on pay-per-view.